Hello everyone, welcome to ViTech Talks. As part of CICD with Azure DevOps deployment series, in the session 2, we are going to talk about below concepts. Okay, these are the major concepts we are going to discuss today. So first, we are going to talk about how to log in into Azure portal, then how to create an organization and how to create a repository. What are the branching strategies we will follow in our current organization, in the real-time industry, and what is the deployment process. Next, we are going to talk about how to create a sample project from Anypoint Studio and how to push the code into Azure repository. Next, what is pull request and how to raise pull request. And next, what are the required configurations? It is required for the POM.xml as well as Azure pipeline. Then how to configure the Azure pipeline from ADO. Then we are going to verify the process like the deployment process from Anypoint Runtime Manager. Then finally, we are going to test our application by using Postman or Thunder client. These are the major concepts we are going to talk about today. Before going to start the session, the prerequisites of the session 2 are: first we need to install these softwares, into your local machine. Then you have to create one Microsoft account, that I have already explained in the last session, how to create Microsoft account. Then you need to raise parallelism request. How to raise parallelism request? I'll give you the URL. You have to provide your name here. You have to provide your name here. Then your email address. Then you have to provide your Azure portal name as well as your organization name here. Then you have to click on private and you have to submit. So as soon as if you submit, anyway, it will take 2 to 3 business days. Or sometimes it will be 1 business day. They are going to give an access for us so that we can able to create the pipeline and we can able to deploy our application into Cloud Hub via Azure pipeline. The mail looks like this one. See, in the last session, I have created an account and I have requested for grant access for parallelism. So this is my email ID. This is my organization name. So parallelism type is private. So this is completed. You will get the email like this once it get complete. Let's jump into the lab practicals. I'll go step by step. I'll go step by step so that you can also practice parallelly from your local machine. I hope everyone are created Microsoft account. Then how to log in into dev.azure.com. Just go to Google, type dev.azure.com, not portal, guys. So here you have to select start free. So not this sign in option. You have to click on this start free. So here you need to provide your Outlook ID. It is called 21334 is my Outlook or Microsoft account. Click on next. It will ask you for the password. Provide your password here. Click on yes, stay sign in. See, as soon as if you give your password, you can able to see this welcome page. Now how to create an organization? So you can create number of organizations here. So click on this new organization. Click on continue. So here you can provide your organization name here. I'm going to provide VI Technologies or ViTech Talks. So the country, okay, you can provide India. So you have to type this captcha. This captcha you have to type here. So the specified name is already registered. Okay, well and good. Okay, I'll ViTech Talks. I'll keep it as 1, 2, 3. Okay, or instead of 1, 2, 3, see, is not a valid ViTech Talks 7023. Just I will keep it like this. LLDL. So this is how you can create your own organization. Okay. Normally the organization creation and all, okay, the project creation, those kind of things, okay, Scrum Master or BA is going to take care. Okay, now project name, ViTech Ecom project. Okay, ViTech Ecom project. Then click on create project here. Select the visibility as private only. See, now we have successfully created our organization name. Okay, ViTech Talk 7023 is our organization. Then our project name also we have created. So here we can see boards, repos, pipelines, test plans, artifacts. Okay, there are many things for this. Okay, for this anyway, I'm going to create another playlist to explain each and everything, like what are the boards and how to create the sprints and backlogs. Okay, those kind of things. So today we are going to talk about how to create a repo and how to configure the pipelines. Okay, the deployment process. Today we are going to talk about. Now we have created the project here. Inside this project, okay, we need to create a repo. Just click on this repo. Just click on this repo. If you click this one, ViTech Ecom project, okay, here you can able to see new repository. Okay, new repository option here. So here you can create your project name here. Okay, ViTech, suppose test API. This is my repository. So this is how you can create. This is very simple. So how we have created earlier from GitHub, the same way we can create. So now there are 2 steps are done. Okay, create an organization and repository is done. Now branching strategies and deployment process. So what are the branching strategy we'll follow and what is the deployment process? Let me show you the diagram. See, this is an architecture. Okay. So first we need to create a repo. Okay, we need to create a repository. My repository name called, okay, ViTech cicd Azure sample API. So as soon as if we create, the branch will be main branch. From main branch, you have to create another branch called, okay, develop branch. Okay. See, this entire flow, we are going to do it in a practical way so that you will be able to understand. Then from develop, we are going to create future or release one. Okay. Future branch we are going to create. From future, we are going to create user stories branches. Okay. See, there is one project. There are multiple people want to work. Okay. In that case, we are going to create the user story branches. So everyone, they are going to create their own user story branches and they are going to deploy their changes into future release. Okay. Future branch. Then I'm a user. Suppose I'm a user. I'm going to pull the code from repository and I'm going to push the code again into repository here. Okay. This is where pull request came. Okay. So why do we need to raise pull request? Okay. See, whatever the changes we do, we should not directly push into future branch or develop branch. Okay. So we need to review that code. Okay. Whatever the changes you are doing, okay, your technical lead or your manager has to review. Okay. So once he review and approve, the automatically the code, the code is going to merge into future branch. On top of future branch, we are going to create Azure pipelines. So whenever you are going to approve the pull request, the code will merge into future branch. Automatically, the Azure pipeline will get triggered. Okay. Automatically, the Azure pipeline will get triggered. Then it will deploy into Cloud Hub so that the end user can able to access the Cloud Hub URL. Okay. This is an approach. This is the development and deployment process in our organizations in real-time industry. Okay. That's what I can say. Next, we'll go step by step. Okay. Now I'll create the same. I'll create the same repo. So how to create the repos? Just to go to this icon, repos. So here also you can see repos. Here we have an option called new repository. Click on this new repository. Okay. Just create it. Okay. Now on top of this, we need to create develop branch and future branch. So how to create the branches? Click on this main, create new branch, type develop. Okay. Based on main branch. Okay. Now click on create. Now develop branch is created. Now I want to create one more branch, future branch, future release one. Okay. As part of release one, okay, I'm going to create the branch based on, see, this one is very important, based on develop branch. If you see this diagram, on top of develop, we need to create the future branch. Okay. Develop, just create it. Now we need to create one more branch with the top of future branch. Okay. User story, I'll keep it as sprint one. Okay. Next, let me create one more new branch, is a story sprint 2. See, based on which branch we need to create, this is on top of future branch. Okay, this is very important. See, that's why we need to follow this entire architecture. Okay. Now the branches are created. Now the branches are created. This is the branching strategy. Now we need to pull, okay, pull or clone the code from user story branch. Okay. So how to clone this one? Okay. So very simple. Clone. Okay. See here. Here we have an option called clone. Just clone this option. Go to your workspace. Go to your workspace. So I'm going to keep it here. Okay, Control Shift N, Azure repo. Okay, I'm going to create one more folder here. You right click, open the git bash, git clone, paste the URL. So here it's very important, -b. Okay. So what is the branch name? So the branch name you have to copy paste. See here we have an option called copy. User stories print one. Okay, I need to copy this one. Control V, it won't work. You have to give right click and you have to paste it. Okay. Just cloning this one. Okay. If you are a first time user, it will ask you for the username and password. Okay. You have to provide your username here. V8 school 21334. Outlook.com. Then the password. Okay, it is successfully cloned. It is successfully cloned here. Okay, now three steps are done. Fourth one, how to create a sample project from Anypoint Studio. Okay, this you are already aware. Okay, how to create. Okay, let me create quickly. Mule project. So the project name, which I am going to keep it as, the repository name are same. Okay, it should be always in a sync. Okay. Click on finish. Let me drag the listener. Let me drag the logger here. So here, just I'm going to print the message. Okay, just I'm going to print the messages only. Let me configure. The port number dollar http dot port. Next, the path name, I'm going to keep it as welcome. Okay. So inside the API, is the transform message JSON. So the message value, I'll take it from configuration file. Log dot. Just remove this one. Okay. Now I'm going to keep it as region. Okay, this one also I'll pick it from log.region. So there are two values. I'm going to pick it from configuration file. Let me create one YAML file here. Go to source main resources, create file, my config dev.yaml file here, http, enter, give two spaces, port 8081. Now log -region. So the region is dev. The message welcome to CICD. Okay, welcome to ViTech Talks. So here we are learning CICD process. Okay, let me keep simple message here. Okay, see, so far I didn't touch any POM.xml. Just observe POM.xml. Simply I have created YAML file. So let me configure this one. Go to global elements, create configuration properties, select the file here, my config -dev.yaml file. Okay. Now let's try to test this in a local. Okay. See, there are configurations it is required. Okay. I'll go step by step so that you can also practice in your mission. Okay. So that is the reason I'm going slowly and step by step. So meanwhile, let me prepare collection for this CICD ADO. ADO means Azure DevOps. Okay, click on new request. In the new request, I'll give it as welcome, localhost 8081 and welcome. Okay, so there's a message. Okay, let's go to okay, still it is running. Let's get deploy. Wait for a few seconds. Okay, now it is deployed in my local. Okay, see, you're able to see the message. Okay, welcome to ViTech Talks. Here we are learning CI/CD process. The reason is dev. Okay, this is my sample API or application. Okay, which I have developed so far. Now try to push this code into Azure repository. Okay, so what is the next step? Okay, so this one also done. How to push the code into Azure repository? The very first time what you can do, so anyway we have cloned our repo here. See, this contains nothing, only it contains readme file. Okay, it contains only readme file. Next, click on your project, go to System Explorer. Okay, the very first time what you can do, go to inside this one and copy this. Okay, copy this one, copy this, all the files, go to Azure repo. This is our cloned one. So here you have to copy paste. Here you can copy paste and you can delete it from here. Okay, delete from here. Okay, just delete. Okay, now go to Azure repo. Just give right click here. Click on show more options. Open git bash. See, now you are in a sprint one branch. Okay, sprint one branch. Now you know the commands already. How to push. Okay, git status you have to provide. Then git add, git commit, -m. Okay, initial, project changes. Okay, now git push, -u, origin, the branch name you have to provide. Okay, now it is done. Okay, now it is done. Correct? Now it is done. What you can do, you can go to your ADO and you can verify. Okay, go to your ADO and you can verify. See, if you go to this, see here you can able to see user story print one just now updated. See, these are the changes. If you go to history, this is our first commit. See, these are the files which we have added. Okay, so one is Mule XML, R4J, artifact.json, POM.xml. See, whatever the project, okay, which we have added, all the files are stored here. Okay, now what you can do here, you can create a pull request. Okay, you can create a pull request. So how it is going to merge into future branch? Okay, I'll show you here. Let me open the two tabs. Just observe in the future branch. Is there anything? Okay, nothing was there. Only we have readme.md file. Now click on this create pull request, or here also we have pull request. Okay, so anything will work. Create pull request. There are 8 files. Okay, 8 files are added. There is one commit. So what you can do? So here you need to provide the title. Okay, initial. Okay, initial project changes. See what are the files or what are the things which we have added. You need to provide the description here. Then required reviewers. Okay, here you need to provide, okay, reviewers. So here I'm going to add, okay, here I'm going to add my previous count. Okay, let me check, is there available or not? No, it seems it is not available. It is school21@outlook.com. Okay, so what you can do, so here you need to provide your technical lead or your team lead email ID. So okay, you can assume, so this is your team lead email ID or technical lead email ID. So the person who is going to review your code. Okay, now click on create. Initial. Okay, click on create. So this is very important. Now he will get an email. So as soon as if you raise, okay, PR, right? Okay, if you raise PR, you will get an email, something like, okay, the PR has been raised. So what he will do, he will go to your PR, okay, he will verify first, okay, what are the files you have added, what are the changes. So once he is okay, once he is okay, then he is going to approve your request, okay. So here you can able to see required and optional, okay, these are the things. Okay, I'm going to approve this because I'm the reviewer here. Next, if you observe this one, click on this complete. See what will happen. So as soon as if you click this complete, it is going to merge, see, from user story to ADO, it is there. Now we are going to raise pull request. It will go to future branch, okay, future branch. Click on this complete merge, okay. This process will do your, see, it is like merging pull request. This process is going to done by your reviewer, okay, your reviewer. Your reviewer is going to review your request and he will approve, and he can able to merge the request, or he can able to merge the request. Anyone can do merge once it get approved, okay. See, now I'll go to refresh, okay, just I will do refresh here. For which branch which I have raised PR, did I raise correct branch or not? Okay, let me check. Okay, see, this is where we did a mistake. See where it went to main branch, or but we have to raise, okay, we have to make sure while raising the PRs from where to where you are creating the pull request, okay. Just observe here, from user story sprint 1 to I have to raise for future branch, okay, future branch, not for main branch. Here you have to provide your reviewer name, okay. So this is very important. You have to raise it for future, not for main branch. I'm going to approve this one. Then finally, I'm going to merge the code. Okay, now merging pull request. Okay. So if I do refresh, see, I can able to see the code. Okay. See, if there are two people are working, keep on with the same project. In that case, what we can do, you have to always pull the code from feature branch and you have to work on. Okay. So there are some rare cases the two people is going to work for the same project. Okay. Then this one is done, right? How to push the code into repo is done. Raise a PR also done. Now we have deleted, right? Okay, we have deleted our project here. How to clone again? Okay, so that's very simple. Go to repositories. Which branch? Yours, okay. Mine is user story sprint 1. Click on this clone, copy this one. Either you can go with, either you can go with Git repository, or else you can go to directly Anypoint Studio. So here we have an option called import. Okay, import. So here we have an option called Git. Okay, from here also you can import it. Okay, here also you can import it. But anyway, so the latest code is present in my local with the Azure repo. Okay, Azure repo. So what I will do, click on this file and click on this import. Click on Anypoint Studio from project file. Okay, remove this checkbox. Okay, copy project into workspace because the project is already there. Okay, with the same name. Then go to Azure repo. So where is your ADO project? It is located. Okay. Now click on finish. Okay. It is importing now. See, as soon as if it get imported, right? Okay. Here you can able to see this one. ViTech cicd Azure sample API user story branch. Okay. So you are from user story branch. Okay. Now we are in user story branch. Like this, you can identify. Okay. There are two projects. Okay. So it is from develop branch and it is from develop branch. Okay. This might be from GitHub. Okay. Now we need to focus on our project ViTech cicd Azure sample API. Okay. Now there are main steps we are going to follow. Okay. Add required configurations file to project file. Okay. POM.xml. First we are going to concentrate. Okay. See what are the required configurations it is required. Okay. Go to POM.xml. Go to POM.xml. So here we need to add the configurations. Here we need to add the configurations. So I have already written in one of the project like my previous projects. From there, let me copy from there. Let's copy from there. So anyway, I'll give you this link. Okay. Anyway, I'll give you the GitHub link in the description so that you can able to copy paste these things. Okay. So if you have seen my CI/CD GitHub with Jenkins, okay, there also we have done the same configurations. Okay. This is an URI. So the Mule version, the username and password, I'll pass it in while running. Okay. While creating a pipeline. So rest of the values as of now, just I'm hard coding. So if you want, you can pass it via configuration file or while running the pipeline. Okay. While running the pipeline, we can create the variables. We can create the variables and we can pass it via command line. Okay. But as of now, just I'm keeping, okay, this is my sample project anyway. So we have to understand the concept and we have to run our application. Okay. So anyway, just I'm going to create two variables and I'm passing those two variables, right? Okay. So that I can also pass all the values via variables if it is required. Okay. Then few more configurations it is required. So it's like Nexus. Okay. It is related to Nexus. So from here, let me copy paste. Okay. These are the dependencies it is required. The repository. Okay. Let me give one enter. Okay. Now we have copied. Okay. POM.xml is done. So here, Cloud Hub deployment. So this is an URI, MuleSoft version, username, Anypoint password, application name, we'll pick it from here. Okay. Environment name, okay. Dev, region, workers, worker type, and object store. Okay. So these are the values as of now I'm giving. Next, the very important thing, you have to create a pipeline. So if you go to main branch, okay. See how to create a pipeline. Okay, that's very important. So here you can able to see. Let's go to another projects because this is already pasted. Okay, here also there is no Okay, fine. Let it be. So here we have an action called, okay, pipeline. Okay, so far we have seen up to this process, okay, how to raise pull request and how to merge the code into future and the release branch. Now there is an important thing. We have to create a Azure pipeline. So this is very, very important. Okay. So in order to create pipeline, so the very first thing you have to verify the parallelism request has been approved or not. Okay. So what you can do, you can go to your project. Okay. You can go to your project. So here we have a option called project settings. So here you can see parallel jobs. See, we have self-hosted one. Okay. Okay. Self-hosted one. You can able to host our application. So anyway, we have received an email also. So that I have already explained in the beginning of the session. Okay. So that is one thing you have to remember. The next one is you have to configure, service connections. Okay. Click on the service connections, create a service connection, Here you need to type Maven. Okay. Here you need to type Maven. So here you need to provide repository URL and repository ID. Okay. What is the repository URL? Okay. If you go to POM.xml, okay, this is my repository URL. Okay. You have to provide this one. The Nexus repository URL you have to provide. Okay. Next, the repository ID. So what is the ID here? Mule repository. Just copy paste this one. Next, username. Okay. You can set one username and password. ViTech Talks 04 I'll give. Okay. Next, the service connection name. The service connection name, what you can give is, you can use, okay, you can provide Microsoft or something. Okay, let me check. Is there any value it is available here? Use of public repository. Okay, you can provide any name here like I'll give MuleSoft Enterprise. See, this is very first step. You have to configure the pipeline in a service connections. Okay. Next, grant all permissions to all pipelines. Okay. This is very important. Now click on save. Okay, let me take this username if it is required. Then what you can do is Nexus. Okay. Just click on save. Okay, this is very important. So now this one is done. Now click on this repo. Click on this repo. Now here we have an option called pipeline. Okay, pipeline. This is very important. Okay, create pipeline. Just observe here. Azure. Okay, Azure repo. yml you have to select. Okay, what is our project? The project name called. Okay, ViTech cicd Azure sample. Click on this Maven. See, if you observe this one, okay, if you observe this one, see what is the trigger branch? Okay, they have mentioned it is a main. Okay, this is the sample one. Okay, Ubuntu. Okay, Ubuntu latest. Okay, VM images, Ubuntu latest. Let me copy this. Let me copy this entire thing and I'll keep it here. So anyway, I have configured the pipeline. Anyway, before going to copy paste, I'm going to explain few things. Okay. See, it will trigger whenever you're going to push your code into main branch. Okay. You can consider, okay, if you want to trigger for future branch, what you can do, you can provide the future release one here. Next, VM image. Here you can provide Ubuntu or Windows. Okay, anything will work. Okay. So the next option you have to select here is, okay, so the variables, right? Okay, the variables I have explained you. There are two variables. So what are those two variables? Anypoint username and anypoint password. Okay, so those variables we can pass it from here. Okay, I'll show you how to create for that. Next, if you go to show assistance, okay, just type test here. Okay, just type test here. Click on this Maven. Okay, click on this Maven. So the package, the goals is like deploy. Okay, deploy you can keep. Test run title you can keep it as test. Okay. See, if you add this one, automatically one more file got added. Okay. Not file, the configurations. The configurations which it got added here. Next, click here. Okay, there's something it is going wrong. See, if you type Maven, so here you can able to see Maven authenticate. Okay, just click on this one. Select this. Okay, what is the feed? Okay, it is loading here. See, ViTech Talks 7023. Okay, MuleSoft Enterprise. Just click this add. Okay, just click this add so that it will be added here. See, like this, you can able to, like this, you can able to do it. Okay, goals is deploy now. Okay, so one goal we need to create it for build. Okay, before that, Maven. Click on this Maven. Set up package. Build, test and deploy, right? Okay, build. This option called run test title. I will keep it as test. See, automatically the options will come. Okay, automatically the options will come like this. So you have to configure everything. Okay, you have to configure everything. So anyway, I have configured for this one. Okay, let me take that. Let me take that Azure pipeline. See, the default Azure pipeline will be looks like this. Okay, looks like this. You have to add configurations. See, this is like one-time setup. So here we can add the configurations. Okay, see whatever it is. See, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things it is available. You want to add Kubernetes containers, okay, you can add it. Okay, if you want to add some Azure things, okay, Jenkins also it is available here. Okay, now in order to deploy our project into Cloud Hub, anyway, I have created one configuration file. Just observe this one. Okay, trigger is main. Okay, so here you can change the your branch name. So VM image is like Ubuntu latest or this one. Okay, Windows. See the variables we can create it from this option. Okay, we have a variables option. Okay, like this you can create. Okay, these are all uh, it will come from repository automatically. Next, the very important thing is cache here. Okay, which I have written. So what is required of this cache? See what it will do. See, normally, whenever you are going to deploy your application, sometimes it will take 15 to 20 minutes of time. 15 to 20 minutes of time. So if we add this cache, so the required configurations, so the previous configuration details, uh, everything it will get stored in a cache so that it will pick automatically. Okay, it will pick automatically. It's like time saving. Okay, it's like time save. Also the memory save. The next one is we are going to build. See how to generate these options. So this you have already know, right? Okay, you have to go to Maven and you have to generate this. See the options. Skip test. Okay, first one is I am going to skip the test. Next, the artifacts, the authentication. See the authentication artifact ID is like here V8 is schools. Okay, sorry, ViTech Talks 7023. Okay, this is our artifact. Next, what you can do is see next the display. It is a test. So here also I have configured the JDK version, the Maven options and all. So this is very important while deploying. Okay, while deploying the Maven from POM.xml, the options. Okay, skip test, deploy the username. Okay, Anypoint username and Anypoint password. Okay, will come from variables. Okay, I'll show you how to create these variables. Now what you need to do, you have to create this one. See, just observe this one. Azure pipelines.yml file. We need to create this one. Let me copy this. Go to your Anypoint Studio. Go to your Anypoint Studio. Go to source main resources. Okay, not source main resources. Go to project. Okay, directly project. Give right click. Click on file. Azure pipelines.yml. You have to create this. This is very important. Okay. So how to create? I show you. Okay. We already discussed. Okay. So you can take these features, right? Okay. We can take this one. We can add the suggestions here. Okay. You can take this one. So whatever the required changes. Okay. What are the required changes? It is needed. You can do modify and you can add. Okay. Anyway, I have added. So once you can. Okay. Where is this? 1 minute. Okay. Anyway, I have added into one of my project all the configurations. Let me copy paste here. Okay. So main Windows latest. Okay. Instead of Windows, so what is the one default? I'll keep it Ubuntu. So these are all required. Okay. These are all one-time changes, guys. Okay. Again, one-time changes. So once you configure, no need to touch anything. Okay. So you have to keep on make the code changes and you can deploy into Cloud Hub. So how we have done for the Jenkins, the same way we are doing here. Next, we need a cache steps. Okay, you need to create a steps for cache. Cache maven local repo. Okay, it will create the cache. Next, skip test. So here artifacts feed, right? Okay, what is the artifact feed here? Let's go to see in your case what you can do. Go to GitHub. Okay, I'll provide you the GitHub link. Okay, I'll give you the GitHub link. Anyway, I can't share it with this link. Okay, because this is my private. Okay, directly take these properties. Okay, directly take these properties and copy paste into your project so that you will save the time. So here you want to understand, okay, how we are generating the properties. So that is the reason I'm explaining step by step. Okay, then so these values I'll create the variables. Okay, that's fine. Okay, these are the changes it is required. Artifact feed is 7023. Okay, I think I have to keep. Okay, you can keep this one also. What I can say, I'll cancel this one anyway. I'm not going to create here. Okay, I'm not going to create here. Let me cancel this. If you go to Azure DevOps, okay, this is our ID. But parallelism, which we have received for this one, okay, let me test. Okay, do control save. Next, it's very simple. So how you are going to push your code? By using GitHub, you can push, or else what you can do, you can give right click here, go to team. Okay, go to team. You can use commit option. So or else you can go to directly git staging. So here you can able to see there are two files were changed. So what you can do, just stage it, stage this one also. So here you have to provide added the configurations for POM.xml and Azure pipeline. Okay, just I am giving the comments here. So it will ask you for the username and password here. See, it is going with VIT school 21. Okay. So I think this is not our correct one. VIT school. Okay. The link has to be changed. So this is wrong. VIT school 21334. That is our 21334 is our repo. Okay. Anyway, better I'll push it via. Okay. I'll go to this one. Azure repo. Just give right click. All the changes are saved here. Git bash. Just type the git status. Okay, there are two files. One is staged and one is unstaged. Okay, untracked. So that means this is the one newly created. Now git add dot. It will add the all the files. Okay. Before going to perform this one, okay, later you can change. Okay, I need to change the branch name here. So if you observe from which branch it has to deploy. Okay. So the branch name we need to provide. So the branch name, just go to repos. Okay, this is my branch. So we have to provide correctly. Okay. See future release one. Okay. So not from main branch. Future release one. Okay. Now again go to git bash, type git status, git add, git commit, created pipeline, git push -u origin, the user story branch. You have to copy paste. Okay. As soon as if you push this one, the code changes are pushed into your user story branch. Okay, your user story branch. Go to user story one. Okay, create pull request. Be careful while creating the pull request. From where to where? User story to future. So that is what it is there in the architecture, right? Okay, architecture diagram. Okay, created pipeline. So the required reviewers. Okay, you want to provide your reviewer name here. Then he will approve and he will merge the code, or once it is approved, he can merge the code. So now it is merging. Okay. See, if you want to see the changes, what you can do is, okay, you can go to endpoint and you can see the history. Okay, you can see the history. So what are the files which we have added? Okay, see, there are two files. This is one file and this is another file. Okay, now let's create the pipeline. Create pipeline. Okay, this is very important. You have to click on pipelines, create pipeline. Click on this Azure repo get. Okay, so here you need to select the project name. Click on Maven here. Okay, click on Maven. Okay, they want run. Okay, variables. So what you can do, I will copy paste the code here. Okay, as of now, later I will edit this. Okay, Control A, Control C. Okay, so future release one. You have to create a variables here. Okay, don't forget to do this. Create variables. See, what are those variables? Anypoint user and anypoint password. Okay, you have to provide the anypoint dot user here. See, if you give anypoint dot user, there you need to give us within a caps. Okay, anypoint hyphen, sorry, underscore user. Okay, anypoint dot user. My anypoint username is VIT school 04. You have to select this option. Let's user override the value when running this pipeline. Okay, anypoint dot user is done. Next, you need to create one more variable, anypoint dot, sorry, you have to click on plus, anypoint dot pwd. Okay, I have given as a pwd here. Next, password, just 123. Okay, anyway, later I will change my username and password for Anypoint platform. Click on OK, click on save. Okay. See, these are the configurations. Okay, just you have to copy paste these configurations. That's it. Okay. Now it's very important. Save and run. Okay. Save and run. Click this one. Creating pipeline. Okay. See, now the job is, it is in a queued status. Now it is showing us it's failed. It's failed. So why it is failed? I'll tell you. See, no hosted parallelism has been purchased or granted. Okay. See what I have requested for yesterday. I have requested for this organization. Okay. For this organization, but it is asking for, okay, which we have created new organization. Okay. Anyway, later I'm going to create parallelism request for this organization also. Then for this one, what we need to do, you have to create sample project in this organization. Okay. Let's go to this organization because we have access only for VIT school 21334. We don't have access to ViTech Talks 7023. So if you get that type of message, so what you can do, you can go to parallelism request. Here you can type your name, your email ID, 21334@outlook.com. So it's not Gmail. You have to provide your Microsoft account name. Then what's your organization? Just click on this one. Anyway, I'm going to request for this one also. Okay, just click on this private. Submit. Okay, let's create the sample project quickly. Click on this repos. See, for your use case, okay, you can directly create, okay. So whatever you got the parallelism request or granted the access, you can use the same organization. Okay, don't use the new organization. For your understanding purpose, I have created the new organization and created the repos and everything. Okay, now new repository here. So what is the repository name? Let me take it. Let me take this one. So this is my repository. Okay. Quickly create the branches. Okay. Develop and done. New branch. Future. Release 1. Now let me create only one branch here. User story branch. User story. Print 1 from future. Okay. Now let me copy this. Okay. Just copy this one. Go to Azure repo. Okay. Instead of Azure repo, outside I will I'll write this show more git bash git clone. Okay, paste -b user story sprint 1. Okay, it is cloning here. Okay, fine. cloning into, okay. It is asking for the credentials because I have changed the organization. Now, anyway, I have code here. Control A, Control C. Sorry. Paste it here. Okay, replace all. Now, just give right click, click on show more options, click on git bash. Okay, click on git bash, git status, git add, git commit -m, initial and config changes. Okay, config changes. Git push -u origin. Okay, git push -u origin. Double click on this one and paste it. Okay, let me check. Okay, it is pushed. It is pushed into user story sprint 1. Okay, now we are into different organization. You have to make sure which organization you are in. Now the same process, you have to raise a pull request, the future branch. Okay, you have to provide your reviewer name. So your reviewer, suppose see, I have one more reviewer here, VAT school 21. Okay, this is different reviewer. I am going to add it. Okay, just create the request here. So now if you observe this one, okay, here if I approve, see the required reviewers. Okay, this guy has to approve your request. Then what you can do, you can set autocomplete. Okay, so still it didn't match. Okay, still it didn't match. Okay, you have to provide the approvals. So what you can do, so see, when as soon as if the user has raised the pull request, you will get an email. See, this is my different, okay, different Microsoft account name. So here you can see pull request. Here you can log in. Okay, it is school 21 @ outlook.com. See, here you can review your changes. Okay, what are the changes you have been modified? Okay, now just approve. See, as soon as he approve, right? Okay, so complete match. See, now I'll go to different browser. Just do refresh. See, it is merged. It is merged. Now go to pipeline, create pipeline, Azure repo get. Okay, select which project you want to create. Okay, there is one more thing, guys. Okay, here we have to configure Maven setup. That's very important. Service connections. Create service connection. See, whenever you change an organization, we have to do these steps. Okay, repository URL. So what is the repository URL? Let's go to POM.xml. Let's go to POM.xml, the repository. So what is the repository name here? Mule repository, right? Okay, Mule repository. So the username, password, just you can set some password and username here. MuleSoft Enterprise. Okay, click on this save. Now go to create pipelines. Create pipeline, Azure repo, select your project. Okay, start pipeline. So here we need to provide so the entire Azure pipeline configurations from your project. Okay, I think this one also it will get changed now. V8 school 21334 is our organization. 21334. V8 school 21334 is our organization. Next, you have to configure the variables. New variable, Anypoint.user, the value. Here you need to provide Anypoint username and password. It is call 04. Click on OK and create another variable, Anypoint.pwd, test@1234. Click on OK and click on save. See, there is one more thing here. See, you want to pass rest of the values. Suppose it's very important. The environment name and region, worker type and worker object store. So everything, okay, everything you can create as a variables here and you can pass it in a options. Okay, you can pass it via options so that you can do it. Okay, so that part you can practice. Next, click on save and run. Save and run. Okay, let's observe. Okay, it is starting now. Okay, so the previous job it got failed because of the other regions. Okay, it is also failing. Let's see why it is failing. No matching files found for the pattern. Okay, see if you observe this one, so why it is failing is okay. So automatically for the first time it will run with the main branch. Okay, the branch name it's a main, so that is the reason it is failing. So we are expecting us to deploy the code from future to future release 1 to Cloud Hub, right? Okay, then what you can do is okay, go to pipelines. Okay, anyway it is running now. So what you can do, you can create okay run pipeline here, select the branch. Okay, select the branch from which branch you want to push your code. Okay, you want to trigger manually, then you have to come for the pipelines here, then go to the recent pipelines, click on this run pipeline. You have to select the branch. Okay, I want to run from future branch, Then you can select the future branch. See, these are the variables which we have added. This it is available here. Then click on run. Okay. Anyway, just I have run this one. Okay, let's see why this one also it is failing. Okay, the build is failed. Okay, deploy, it is failing here. Okay, I'm getting 401 unauthorized issue. Okay. Let me double check. Okay, so what you can do, you can click on run new pipeline. Anypoint. See the password which I have given, so that is wrong. So that is the reason. Okay, test@123 is my password. This is my username. Then you can select the future branch. Click on run. Okay. The very first time you have to run as a, I mean, what I can say, you have to run with manually. See here you can able to see manually triggered. So manually triggered means we are running manually. Okay, by ourselves. So how automatically it is going to trigger, that I am going to tell you. Okay, first we'll see it should get deployed into Cloud Hub. So meanwhile, let me open this Cloud Hub also here. Anypoint platform login. So everything has to complete. Okay, it is downloading the Nexus repositories. Whatever it is required. So those repositories, it is downloading here. Okay. Still it is downloading the required configurations. It may take a few seconds, a few minutes sometimes. Okay. Okay, now the build is done. Nav and authentication, it is done. Okay. Test also done. Now we're in a deploy phase. Okay. Now just observe. So last time it got failed here. See again it is failed. I think with the same reason. Okay, let me fix this one. Okay, go to pipelines. Okay, click any one. Okay, or else come to pipelines here. Okay, this is for new pipeline. Okay, just click this one. Edit. Okay. Okay, let me observe. Anypoint user. Okay. So instead of Anypoint user, I'm going to make it as just user to make it understand. User and password. Okay. Okay, still the variables are not yet changed. Okay, Anypoint user and Anypoint password. What I will do, let me delete this one and I will create new. Better. Anypoint dot pwd. Okay, it's already defined. Let me delete. Okay, let's save it and add one more time. Anypoint dot password test at the rate 123. Okay, it will try to check where this Anypoint platform login. Okay, so that is the reason it is failing. In your case, you can provide the correct username and password. Okay, so that you won't get this type of issues. Okay, the very first time it will get failed. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now see, you have to choose the branch. Which branch you need to deploy. Hope this time it should get success. Click on this one. See, you can able to see this information. Okay, so now it is loading. See, if you get any errors, don't afraid of this. Okay, see, as many errors if you get, okay, you will be able to learn so many things. Okay, that much. Okay, by fixing the errors only you can able to learn more things. Okay, you have to get errors. That is very good thing. Okay, so that's where I'm also learning more the things. Even if you don't get errors, so what will happen? Just you will go next, and you will do copy paste something and you will complete the task. When you are getting some errors, then you will dig into Google. Okay, then you will be understanding, okay, what is the issue and where the issue is coming and why the issue is coming in this phase, something like this. Okay, now I told you, right? So because of this, because of that cache parameters, okay, cache parameters, it is loading, it is completing, okay, quickly. Otherwise, it will take more time to get it deploy this one. Okay, so now still it is failing. Oh, not one. Okay, what I will do, I'll fix this issue. Okay, I'll go for a pass. As of now, just I have given as a username and password as an hard coded value. Okay, um, so now you can observe it is creating an application. You can verify it in a runtime manager. Okay, see here, it's automatically deploying. Okay, let's wait for the deployment process. Okay, you can go and verify in the logs. Okay, it is deploying now. Coming to Azure pipelines. Okay, it is deploying now. Okay, this is an architecture. So we'll push our changes into user story 1. Okay, user story sprint 1. Then we are going to raise pull request. Then it will go to feature branch. From feature to Azure pipeline it is running and it is going to deploy into Cloud Hub. Okay, I think it will take a few minutes to get it deployed. So meanwhile, what I will do, I'll make some changes. I'll make some changes to my program. But anyway, I'm not going to put the changes until it get deployed completed. So once the deployment process is completed, I will show you how automatically it is going to take the changes. Okay. Welcome to ViTech Talks. Here we are learning CI/CD process with Azure DevOps. Okay. I'll keep it as high also here. See, now it is deployed successfully. Okay. It is deployed successfully. You can take this URL. Okay. Now go to Thunder Client. Instead of localhost 8081, we can provide http://welcome. See, now it is deployed into Cloud Hub successfully. Now the end user can able to see this message. Now, just observe carefully. See, now everything it is completed successfully. Okay, so now everything it is in a green. Go to pipelines. Okay, go to pipelines. So now we have one pipeline, it got executed successfully. Okay, that's fine. Now what we can do, I have made some changes, right? I'll go to GitHub. Sorry, I'll go to Git. Check the Git status. Git commit. Okay. Git add. Git add. Git commit. Name. New changes. I'll keep it as new changes. Get push. When you origin with the user story branch. So now what is the next step? We need to raise a pull request. So once the reviewer, okay, going to approve. So once the reviewer is approved, automatically the build will get triggered. Okay. You no need to configure anything. Okay. Once we are going to configure, that's it. Then I'll go to repo. Okay. Then go to repos, create pull request from user story to just observe future branch. Okay. There is one file it got changed. So here you can observe. Okay. There is one commit. Okay. Now I'm going to review as VIT school 21. Okay. Just create a PR. So now I'm going to set it as autocomplete here. Complete match. Okay. So the request is going to this guy. Okay. ViTech Talks. Okay. Now, normally in the real time, so you have to provide your team lead or technical lead name here. Okay. So that that person is going to approve your request. Okay. Now, where is this? So VIT school 21334. Okay. That's fine. I think this guy. Okay. See here. I'll do refresh. So we got pull request here. Okay. The email, it's automatically generated. Just click on this view pull request. So he is going to approve your changes. Okay. He or she is going to approve your changes. Okay. So once it is approved, see, it is approved, and click on complete. Okay, the code is merged. So now what you can do, just to go to pipelines. See, I'm not going to trigger anything. Okay, see, automatically the build is, okay, see, automatically the build is happening. As soon as your reviewer, okay, as soon as your reviewer going to approve your request, the code is going to merge into feature branch. Then the code is going to deploy into Cloud Hub automatically. Okay, see, the new changes are going to deploy. This is how we can deploy your code changes. Okay, this is how we can deploy code changes by using CI/CD with Azure DevOps. Okay, let's see now. Here you can observe. Okay, deploying artifact ID. Okay, the application is already exist. It is going to redeploy. Okay, it is redeploying now. Now we can go to runtime manager. Okay, runtime manager, and you can verify. Okay, see, it is updating on top of your previous changes. So here one thing, uh, go to pipelines. Okay, what I have done is, okay, if I click on this edit, so this is for main. So where is this feature branch? See, here I have hard coded. Okay, so okay, there is some issue with the variables. Okay, it is not picking up. Might be there is some issue. Okay, anyway, I'm going to take a look into that one. Okay, so you can try with variables first. Okay, you can try with variables first. If it is not working for testing purpose, what you can do, you can hard code here. Okay, the username and password. Anyway, I'll give you this entire code into a GitHub. Okay, I'm going to push it into GitHub, and I will give you the GitHub repo link in the description so that you can copy paste whatever the required configurations from POM.xml as well as Azure pipeline. Okay, these are the major things. Okay, let's get deploy. See, as many times if you are going to change, right? Okay, suppose if you are going to change for 10 times for your program, okay, or your project, okay, 10 times, but no need to deploy manually. So what you can do, so you can change it and raise a pull request. So as soon as your reviewer, okay, as soon as your reviewer going to approve your request, automatically the build will get triggered and it is going to deploy into Cloud Hub. Okay. Let me see these changes. Okay, it is successfully started. Now go to Thunder client and verify this one. See, the new changes, we can see it in UI. Okay, the new changes, we can see it in Thunder client or Postman. Okay, the API is giving the new changes here. So the same way, if you want to modify, or again, I want to add some more features here and message and region. I want to print my name here. Okay, with another parameter, you can modify it and you can push it into user story branch. Then raise a pull request. As soon as your reviewer is going to approve your pull request, then it will merge into feature branch. Then automatically this build will trigger. Then the code is going to deploy into Cloud Hub. Okay. Yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching this. Happy learning.